Good afternoon and welcome back to another episode of The Longing. We are going to be continuing to make our way through the halls of eternity in order to get some more of that paper. I once again have not planned anything for discussion, but I'm going to just ramble a bit about thoughts and other stuff in an attempt to pass the time. So, one thing I do want to do, and this is a non-game related or YouTube streaming, whatever, non-computer based thing. I'm planning to start doing walks again, because I haven't done a proper walk or hike or what have you since I was quite a bit younger, and I do want to get back into doing that, partially because it's more, it means it's exercisey, and also because it means it's not on the computer, and I do need to spend less time on the computer overall, really, because I do spend most of my time on the computer. I want to, there's a 50-mile walk near me that can be done over about 3 days, maybe 4, depending, that I want to try and do. It's really not that far away from things, so even if something goes wrong, I can always get home quite easily. But what I want to do is, well, what I need to do before I can really do any of that is I need to go and get some walking stuff, because I've got the boots and the socks, but I don't have the trousers for it. All I've really got is jeans, which are not exactly the best for walking in, because they're quite heavy. If they get wet, they stay wet. They're quite rigid. Well, I say quite rigid. They're not entirely not rigid, if that makes sense. But they aren't the best for walking in. Let's be honest. So I do want to get some actual proper, light walking trousers to wear. I also need to see about getting a light tent, a small light tent that will fit me and my stuff in it overnight, so that I can camp. I've already got a trangia, which is a little metal, or is it aluminium? I'm not sure. It's a cooking system where you use methylated spirits as fuel to cook your food or heat up water and whatnot. But I need to work out what I can take for food, because that has always been a bit of an issue for me, is getting enough calories in as far as eating is concerned. So I do need to sort out what I'm going to take with me as far as food is concerned. Also, I'm surprised that we've not seen any paper so far. But yeah, I also need to get some waterproof stuff, because I don't really have any anymore. Basically, I need to get most of the gear, most of the stuff, if I want to do longer walks. I'm sure I could go for walks in my jeans, but it's not the most comfortable for distance. So it is something I would need to do. And I am planning to go to the local Go Outdoors shop in the next week or so, because I need to go and get some pole replacement kit. Well, get some pole replacement pieces for the tent, for my tent that I do have, because it got slightly destroyed. Well, no, it got the two of the tent poles broken at the last convention I was at, so I need to replace those pieces because you can't just tape them back together. I mean, you can, but it loses its structural integrity. And it's just going to break again at less. So it's really not worth just trying to tape it back together. It's better to replace the piece. And here is a piece of paper. 79. Yeah, just because I do want to do more outdoor activities, and I feel like walking is one of the ones that I'll probably be able to do easiest and with the least amount of necessary initial setup. Plus, I mean, I can go at whatever pace I want to do. I don't have to be particularly energetic. If I need to stop and sit, I can stop and sit. If I need to speed up, I can speed up. I can go at whatever pace. And it's just going to be easier overall, I reckon. To do that. So that's why it's walking is the plan. One thing I also need to do is buy a house. Is the other thing. That is the other grand plan. Is to purchase a place to live. But I can't believe we only found one piece of paper today. Never mind. That is the end of today's episode. So we're going to stop here and say thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, or night. No matter what time of day it is, I hope you all have a wonderful one of it. And as always, we will be back tomorrow for more of The Longing. Goodbye.